is like my 15th take of this intro, and as you can tell, I'm a perfectionist, so it might take me a while to post videos. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to be showing you my favorite supplies and materials for Bible journaling. I hope you enjoy it. So to start with, I'm going to show you some of my pens and pencils. So, to sketch out my lettering, I always use a pencil and my trusty eraser. So, any pencil will do. It doesn't really matter what kind of pencil you have, as long as it erases. Anyway, and so then I also like to use fine line pens. These are just some that I had. And then I also got a micron pen for thicker lines that I like to use. So just make sure that they are waterproof and non-bleeding, because journaling Bible pages are so thin. You definitely want to keep all your art supplies from bleeding through to the next page. And waterproof because I like to use watercolor too on my Bible, and so you definitely don't want your ink spreading all over the page either. So just make sure when you buy your pens that they have those qualities. And then for brush pens, I really like this Tombow brush pen, calligraphy pen. And I have one that's a harder end tip and another one that's softer. And I don't know which one this is right now, but I'll put the links in the description if any of you are interested. So just to give you a feel for how it writes. So on upstrokes, obviously you don't push down as hard, and so I really love the flexibility of the tip. So those are my pens. These aren't in the pen category, but I really enjoy these colored pencils. They are Cretacolor Studio line, made in Austria. I also have some metallic pencils in here. I don't remember their brand. I think I threw away the packaging, but metallic is really fun to give your letters just that extra amount of pop they need. Next up, I'll show you my books. These were my first exposure to lettering, and they really helped me a lot. They're by Crystal Witten, and she just gives you a very good overview of all the different ins and outs of lettering, from flourishes to frames to techniques to layout, brushes, journaling Bibles, composition, just lots of good information. Even exercises you can do to improve your fonts and all sorts of things. So I highly recommend this book. And she also made a journal that goes with it that you can help apply the things you learned in the book. It has lots of nice blank pages with the grid and practice pages where you can trace and then try it yourself. And of course she includes fun lettering on almost every page, colorful. And then she also has similar things to in the book where you practice fonts, and I found those a little bit wearing. I got really tired of writing these letters, but some people might enjoy that more than me. So I pretty much use it just to chart out my layouts of lettering. So as you can see, I just kind of sketch out different versions of the same quote, and then I pick the one I like the best for the final version to use. So like this page is all "What Wondrous Love Is This." Not super different. So I just really enjoyed this journal, and It's a lot of fun to play with. And last, but not least, my journaling Bible. The one I have is an ESV journaling Bible published by Crossway. I bought the customizable cover version, which was actually, you can see the cover, was more of like a canvasy paper type cover, and I was too scared to put any lettering on the cover in case I'd mess up, so I just painted it this tan color to match the ribbon bookmark. And then, because I did want to have a creative and fun cover, I picked out some fabric from Walmart and bought a little piece of it, and I sewed this cover to go on my Bible. And I've really liked it so far. Don't mind me while I try to get this cover back on. Okay, now, I really like this Bible. It has an interesting page color. It's not white, but it's off-white. And so, my favorite part are the lines. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just dark enough to give you a good guideline when you're doing lettering, and just light enough that you don't notice them very much at all once you've completed your lettering. So, let me find an example. If I can. Just when I want to find my lettering, it just isn't there all of a sudden. Let me find some colorful stuff. This isn't colorful, but see, I mean, you don't even notice the lines. But I also like the lines because I like to write notes in my Bible too. So that way I can do art and write notes in my Bible. I'm sure you're curious to see some of my lettering. Here's one of the first ones I did. I got this Bible a year ago, and so I date all my lettering, and this was the 3rd of January, so one of my first attempts. As you can see, it didn't fill the whole margin quite, but my most recent one was in Job. Had a lot of fun with it. This is a good example of planning it out, or a good example of a verse that you would want to plan out separately from your page, because, I mean, it took me a while to get the layout right, because I wanted it to fill the whole margin instead of my other one where it only filled half. And here's one of my attempts at watercolor. Unfortunately, it wrinkled the page. I haven't quite found a solution to keep watercolor from wrinkling pages, but I really like the effect of this one. And I'll just do one more, because I can't resist. If I can find one of my favorites. I like to draw too, so this one I had a lot of fun drawing a crown. I had to look up a picture, of course, because I can never draw crowns just off the top of my head, so. Well, that was the little tour of my journaling Bible, and I look forward to sharing more of it with you in the future. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching!